I was trying to find out more about the $851 that Midland Funding LLC, a debt buying company, had garnished from the bank account of Mary Minnow, a hardworking home health aide whose story I brought you on Wednesday. Mary had said she didn't remember having a Citibank card, which was listed as the source of the debt.
And you're telling me Citibank, I don't owe any Citibank money.
Midland LLC is a debt buying entity. They purchase old charged off debt. They pay pennies on the dollar for them, and then they sue people. They get very little documentation with the accounts that they purchase, and they file suits in huge volume.
So I went to Middlesex County Special Civil Part to get the full court docket on the case. Incredibly, it lists just the amount that was current as of December 20th, 2009, when the account went into default, but nowhere did it indicate purchases, credit card statements, or the things that would prove that this debt was actually Mary's. I just wanted to show you this. This is basically the start point for the case.
So this is from the court?
This is from the court. This was filed as part of the case that Midland Funding made against Mary in 2011. You can see there the start point, December 20th, 2009. All you have is a number. You don't have a credit card statement, and you don't have a time, place, and amount where the actual charges first started. Now, according to John Skiba, a Mesa, Arizona lawyer who represents a lot of people fighting debt buying companies, this is not uncommon in the industry.
You know, I'm not going to say that they don't have legitimate accounts, but I can tell you that the cases that I see and that I deal with on a daily basis, they're severely lacking in the amount of information that's needed to actually pursue a case in the courts.
Now, companies like Midland pay as little as 4 cents on the dollar to get the rights to collect credit card or medical debt that the banks or the insurance companies have given up on. And they get to keep the full amount if the collection is successful.
So they have to show not only who the original creditor was, they have to show how they calculated the balance owed, they have to show the payments history, all of that. Then they also have to show how it is that they actually got it.
Now, the problem that people like Mary run into, they either don't know that this case has been filed against them, or they ignore the warnings that come through the mail, meaning that a default judgment can be issued. That's when the court assumes you have no defense and awards the case to the creditor anyway.
The problem is, if you don't respond to these lawsuits, the court assumes that essentially you don't have any objection to what it is that they're alleging out there.
So I went back to Mary to tell her what I'd found, and she's decided that she's going to hire a lawyer and put in what's called a motion to vacate judgment to try and go through the process to find out if she was targeted correctly.
I don't mind paying the money.
Right.
But I have to know exactly what the money is for.
Absolutely. Right.
And I mean, I can't just throw almost $1,000 away.
Did she just wake up one day and she's like, "Where's that $800?"
She went to the bank, and
So she went
to the bank and it was on her
nothing happened
statement.
until that. That is unbelievable that you wouldn't at least get a phone call from the bank saying, "Hey, this is happening."
Yeah, I mean, Bill, you're like, how did she not notice before? I mean, when you have money, $800 might not seem like a big thing, but when you feel broke, you'll notice every single cent from your bank account.
Anybody should notice $800 missing from their account.
Yeah,
I mean,
plus a $100 bank fee.
I would notice $8 missing from my account. The question is, how did she not know any of this? Like, these are certified letters, and when they get returned to sender, you'd think at the point where they're garnishing your account that the bank would give you the courtesy call to say this happened. That's why people are fighting for more consumer protection laws. Not that some of these debts aren't legitimate, but how do people not get notice? I'm with you. All right, keep us posted.
Okay.